All right, number one, it says Ms. Choi charges her students $25 per hour plus a recital fee of $50. How many hours did her student take lessons if her total was 175? So when I'm looking at this, I know that X is going to represent, we're just going to say some variable. I'm going to say X is the number of hours that her students took the class for the recital. So when I look at this, I know that she did $25 per hour, so 25X, plus an additional fee of $50. And her total, so it's going to be equal to 175. So if I were to solve this equation, I would subtract 50, and then 25 equals 125, and then divide by 25. And that's going to give me X equals 5. So her student did 5 hours of lessons. All right, so the next one, 14 less than. So less than, remember when we do less than, that goes behind what it's describing. So 5 times a number, so a number is X, less than 4, so we're going to subtract 14 is 16. All right, so we're going to add 14, and then 5X equals 30, divide by 5, and X equals 6. All right, so from the next one, so 5 more than. So remember, more than means that it's going to go, again, it's going to go behind what it's describing. So 3 times the sum of a number and 7. So because we're multiplying 3 times that whole thing, we're going to use parentheses. So a number and 7, and then 5 more than that is 29. So we're going to distribute. So this is going to become 3x plus 21 plus 5 equals 29. I'm going to combine my like terms. So remember, we combine what's on the left with the left and what's on the right with the right. So this is going to become 3x plus 26 equals 29. I'm going to subtract 26. And then 3x equals 3. Divide by 3. And x equals 1. All right, so the sum of 3 consecutive integers. So when I say the word consecutive, consecutive means that in order. So if I'm talking about in order, that means like 1, 2, 3. Or if it's talking about odd, which it is here, that would be like 3, 5, 7. So it says the sum of 3 consecutive integers. So we don't know what these integers are, so we're going to define them. So the first integer, we're just going to call it x. Now, let's say that the first number was 3. To get to 5, I would have to add 2. So the second integer is going to be x plus 2. And it's x plus 2 because in order to get to the next odd number, it would be plus 2. And then the third integer is going to be x plus 4 because if I'm at 3 to get to 7, it would be plus 4. And it could be any numbers. It doesn't have to be 3, 5, and 7, but it would always follow that sequence. So the sum of those numbers, so we would do the first number plus the second number plus the third number is negative 219. So the first number is x plus the second number is x plus 2 plus the third number is x plus 4 is equal to negative 219. All right, so we're going to combine like terms. Remember, we combine what's on the left with the left, what's on the right with the right. So we have x, x, and x. That's going to give me 3x. And then I have 2 and 4, so that's going to be plus 6 equals negative 219. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 6. So 3x equals, and that's going to give me negative 225. And at that point, we're going to divide by 3, and x equals negative 75. So find the integers. So when I'm looking at this, I know that my first number, so x, is negative 75, but my second number, my x plus 2, is going to be negative 73, because I would do negative 75 plus negative 2, and then x plus 4 is going to be negative 71. All right, so this one is a little bit longer. So it says the smallest of 3 consecutive integers. So this one doesn't say odd. So consecutive would be like 1, 2, 3. So if we say the first integer is x, we always start with x, then the second one would be x plus 1, because we're not doing odd or even, we're just going to the next number. So to get from 1 to 2, you would add 1. And then the third is going to be x plus 2. So the smallest will be x. So the smallest of the 3 consecutive integers is added to twice the largest. So twice the largest. So this is the largest. This is the third number. We're going to add to it the smallest. So this is the smallest, is the first number. Producing 20 less than, so remember that's going to go at the back, 4 times the middle. So the middle is going to be x plus 1 minus 20. And that's middle number is the second. So there's a lot of information there. If you were doing a problem like this, I would recommend actually taking these and actually writing out first, second, and third, just like I did. All right, so they want to know the largest number when we're done. So we're going to solve this. So when I distribute, this becomes 2x plus 4 plus x equals 4x minus or plus 4 minus 20. Now we're going to combine like terms, left and right. So this is going to become 2x and x is going to give me 3x plus 4. And then I have 4 and negative 20 is going to be 4x minus 16. Now my next step says to move all my variables to the left, so I'm going to move 4x over. So I subtract 4x. So I have negative 1x plus 4 equals negative 16. All right, then I'm going to move my constants to the right. So we're going to subtract 4. So negative 1x equals negative 20. And then divide by negative 1. So x equals positive 20. Now, that means that the first number right here for this one is 20, but this one asks for the largest. So this is 21, this is 22. So my final answer is 22 because that's the largest number. So the length of a quadrilateral, is x plus 4 and the width is x minus 9. And they give you the perimeter. So a quadrilateral is a 4-sided figure. So the length is x plus 4 and the width is x minus 9. Now, if you remember the properties of a quadrilateral, when we're looking at this, this is also going to be x plus 4 and this is going to be x minus 9. And the perimeter is the outside of the actual figure. So we would add up all of the sides. So if I add up all of the sides, this will be x plus 4 plus x plus 4. So we got this side and this side plus x minus 9 plus x minus 9. So we got this side, and all of that equals 70 inches. Now, they want us to find the value of x, and then they want us to find the dimensions of the largest value. So when I look at this, we're going to go ahead and solve it. Remember, we combine like terms, left with the left, right with the right. So this is going to be x, 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 and x. That's going to give me 4x. Then I have 4, 4, negative 9, and negative 9. So that's going to be 8. And then minus 18. So that's going to be minus 10 equals 70. So then we're going to add 10. So 4x equals 80. And then we're going to divide by 4. And x equals 20. So x equals 20, but they want the dimensions of the largest side. So the length, if you remember, was x plus 4. So that's going to be 20 plus 4, which is equal to 24. The width was x minus 9, so that's going to be 20 minus 9, which is going to be 11. So the largest dimension is 24, which is the length.